Welcome to the AfterHourPod. We are Eastside Academy. It's your boy, Mr. Productions.
It's your boy section. Let's get into it.
Hey, AEW WrestleDream.
WrestleDream. That card's not a dream though. That card is not a dream.
It's an okay
Or
card.
like Wrestle Disappointment.
Could be better.
Yeah, it could be way better, but
Mm-hmm.
AEW, man, they just lost their best writer, Jimmy Jacobs, wrestling legend over ROH. So that tells you a lot.
I'm just finding out who
So,
Jimmy Jacobs is and hearing, the impact that he had, whether it's
mhm.
in ring or creative backstage. But
Yep,
that is a letdown.
big letdown. He left himself, so he definitely didn't like something that was happening over there. So, and he was behind most of the great matches we've seen in AEW. So, what happens now? We don't know.
But starting off with these previews and predictions for WrestleDream, Hangman versus Jay White.
Ah, Hangman. Where do I even start with this?
That he's unhinged.
Yeah, we all knew. We all knew he's unhinged. But what should we expect for this match?
I'm expecting them to go out and show out.
Yeah, they'll show out all right, but
I can see them having the third best match on the card. I could see Hangman trying to get his hands on Juice Robinson because Juice Robinson's going to come out with him. Or he attacks Juice before the show and he tries to have it just a one-on-one between him and Hangman since he already, packed up Jay White. He can do it again. But I think there's going to be a part in this match where the guns are going to come out and save Jay White from Hangman, being Hangman. Because the way this match looking, Hangman not going to listen. He's going to put his hands on the ref some way, somehow, or do something when the ref not looking. And he's going to grab a weapon or a belt.
I'm glad
And the guns are going to have to help out.
Remember that strap match he had with Jeff Jarrett?
Mm-hmm. That's not a strap match. Those were flashbacks for me. Childhoods.
Hey man, that in my opinion, I don't really expect high on that match. It could be a predictable match, but you say it's the third best match for you.
Yeah, I can see it being the third best match on this card.
We just have to see.
Mm-hmm. But I have Jay White picking up the victory.
At least we both agree on that.
Mm-hmm. Now, we have Darby Allin versus Brody King. The build was okay.
Darby.
But the chemistry they got, they're going to put on a great match.
Yeah, yep. It will be a great match.
Mm-hmm.
However, Darby better get his head into the game, bro. He better get his head in the game. Because if he don't, and he gets distracted again, he will lose this.
Yes, he will. This will be a how far can Darby go match. Because we know the type of matches he likes to do.
If he just jumps off the fucking top of the ring through the table again or do some unhinged shit.
Mm-hmm.
That man's like Shane McMahon on drugs.
I
don't know who he's trying to impress.
I was going to say something else, but nah.
I don't know who he's trying to impress. Shane was like, I'm trying to impress my dad, but who's he trying to impress? Tony? Man, how does he have a back? I don't know. As I said, like
how does he even have a head?
Yeah, but if his head's not on his body in this match, he would lose easy. I
Mm-hmm.
still expect a great match though.
I could see
But
Darby winning,
yeah, I was just gonna say I can see him winning.
and the
But
reason
like
I
if he
see him
makes a
winning,
mistake, he's done.
the way I see him winning, he's going to have a weapon on him, other than the weapons that are already under the ring.
And he is a weapon himself.
That is true.
He
He's
uses his
a
body as a weapon.
he's a double K. If you get the standard, he's
Mm,
always throwing himself.
yeah. But hey man.
Uh, I also could see Brody getting the win too, because he's been getting
Only
the
way
crowd's
Brody's
been
getting the
behind
win
him.
right now, if somehow, some way, it's not really like a writer's perspective, but like the way Allen wrestles, if you want to call it wrestling, it's too reckless.
True.
But if he makes mistakes in the match, which I could see happening, that's the only way he loses.
Hmm.
And the role
But if Brody
he's
does
on right
win,
now, the role he is on right now, how the crowd is behind him, I see him losing.
hmm,
But AEW can't really call predictions like this, or could fall through the table for all we know and still win.
I'll say this: somebody's getting thrown off the stage entrance. It's gonna be Darby.
Stage entry, somebody's gonna get thrown off the top of the stage, go through like two tables and the whole equipment. Whoever whoever
Nah,
gets thrown off is still gonna win.
no, in Darby, no tables, just concrete.
Well, I said two tables and equipment.
Nah,
He's gonna go
no
through
one can.
everything before he hit the concrete
Yep. But we both
with
agreed we
thumbtacks
have
underneath.
Darby winning.
Mm.
Now, the match I was not expecting to even be on this card. The 2 out of 3 falls. The Beast Mortos versus Hologram. Now, I don't know nothing about Hologram. I've been seeing that he's been, getting a good push on Collision. I've been seeing it pop up on YouTube. The same goes for the Beast Mortos. The only time I actually watched a match with him was against, I want to say, either Ricochet or Sammy Guevara. But that's only, the only 2 matches. If it was one of the 2 that he was facing. But either way, I know nothing about either. But hey, that also could be a good thing. That could also be a good thing. So they could show out and get the crowd behind them,
Yeah.
or it could just be an okay match. My expectation for is not too high, not too low, just in the middle. Did we need this match on the card? No. This
No,
could have been
not at
something done
all.
on Collision.
Not at all. But this could have been done in all out. So
I don't even think that. This is like a TV match. Who do you have win?
does it matter?
It does a little because it looks like they do
All
care
right.
about both.
So hologram needs this more for his career. So I guess
We could
it's
give it to the Green Ranger,
2 out of 3 falls, anyways.
but the Beast Mortals will be interesting too because he'll
Nah,
be
he'll be
that
fine if
that
he
monster
loses.
threat on
Yeah, but he'll be
Collision.
fine if he loses. I mean, you can still do a lot of things with him. Especially if
Mm-hmm.
Lashley comes, Lashley could go and feud with him maybe.
Mm-hmm. But
But
after some thinking, I'll give it the hologram.
mhm.
Did this need to be on the card? No. Just like the next match. And I like Mark Briscoe, but
Chris
the
Jericho.
Ring of Honor Championship. Chris Jericho
Chris
versus Mark
Jericho is
Briscoe.
Chris Jericho
That's crazy.
is back in the title picture, man.
You can talk about this match.
Well, if you want me to, I
Yeah.
think I will. Well, let's talk about Mark Briscoe real quick, man.
Rest in peace,
You
Jay.
think rest in peace, Jake? But this match always had a good build up. You know, a lot of people still don't like. It's pretty funny how Mark Briscoe sounds like a crackhead most of the time. He looks like a crackhead most of the time. But like the build up to the match was like so hilarious because we have like a crackhead versus like a drug addict in the ring, and the mic skills were like, oh my god.
My
So
skills
like,
were
here comes the crackhead,
they were
and he's
good.
gonna talk to the drug addict. And his mic skills is good, but like it's like it's like he did a line off like the longest table back there before he came out. And Jericho
Mm.
shot up like every type of drugs up his arm before he came out. They gave them both mics, and that was the segment. So what happened was Jericho disrespected Jay Briscoe, right, in front of
Mm-hmm.
Mark. Mark was like,
And
"Oh, okay, all right, but he got a little unhinged. I mean, the guy's literally unhinged himself. But when it comes to like Jericho and his comebacks, he fell off, bro. He fell off. Got hit in the mouth, talked too much shit, but you know, wasn't a big build up. But the match will be interesting. I do see the way how wrestling goes. I do see Mark winning. I mean, for hell's sake, like Jericho still looks out of shape as usual. So, and Mark's basically a killer. So I really don't see Jericho winning here.
I was gonna say the reason he's out of shape because he is older, but I can't say that because
Oh well,
Billy
you can't
Graham
say shit
isn't in
like that.
shape.
Yeah, because yeah, a lot of old wrestlers right now are in shape. Randy's in
Yeah, I
shape.
couldn't say that because that's the first person that came to
Balor's in
mind.
shape. AJ's in shape. So a lot of these up and age wrestlers are in shape.
Mm-hmm.
He has no excuses.
Oscar's
So
in shape. There's no
mhm,
excuse.
no excuses, man. I was gonna be like, yo, Samoa Joe looks better than Chris Jericho. uh, 'Cause at least Joe is built for his character. He's a Samoan, man. He's supposed to be like the big guy. So and still for a big guy, he doesn't do big guy shit. He's like Kevin Owens.
Mm-hmm.
But it is what it is. I have Mark winning that match.
I do have Mark
Classic
winning.
Jericho build up, but nah. Unless, his group interferes, which I clearly see happening. But I think Mark will be
Mm.
fine. Mark has his group. So we have the crackhead versus the drug addict.
Stop being like that.
So
But I wanted to actually get your opinion on this. Since you called him a crackhead,
I mean he talked
um
like that.
have you seen much of the Briscoes promos or matches?
What, Jay or Mark?
Both. Or even just
Yeah.
on their single runs.
Yeah.
Okay. Hey
Why you
man.
ask?
FTR versus the Briscoes trilogy,
Mm-hmm.
one of the best. But on to the next. The AEW World Tag Team Championships. Young Bucks versus Private Party. Now it's about damn time they actually started doing something with Private Party. Because the only thing I remember them for is one of the I think it's Isaiah. Yeah, Isaiah. The only thing I remember him for was him in that basketball scene with Kenny and the Young Bucks, and then him moaning in Kenny's ear. That's the only thing I remember. If that's all they was doing with you, before this happened. Bunch of JGs. But hey, they doing something. They listening to the
Did
people.
you see
They have a great tag team.
did you see Jim Cornette's review of like the conversation?
No, I did not.
You need to go see that. After this video, you gotta go see that.
Mm-hmm.
But
This may surprise you. I have Private Party winning.
what?
If they're doing this much with them, and I mean they are doing a lot, especially Isaiah had selling the fact that his hand is injured because Moxley fractured it with the hammer. I want to say two
Selling.
nights ago.
I don't know about selling. He really did hurt his hand.
Nah, I feel like it's more of a sell.
Not
I
well,
feel like it's more of a
Moxley
sell.
doesn't. Moxley injures people,
That
so
is true.
that's why I'm saying like I don't think he's selling that.
Hmm.
But
I feel like
hey,
he's selling it. I think it's work. But
we'll see.
yeah, I can see them winning the titles.
Hmm.
Plus, I'm at a point with the Young Bucks winning the titles. Not winning the titles, but carrying on with the titles. I'm just at a point where it's like, bro, I don't care. Put somebody new on. And even if they do retain, I will say this. I want the Outrunners to take it from them.
That's
That
a better
tag team
team.
grew on me.
That's a better team. But
Their
since the private
promos
party has been here for
are
years,
hilarious.
yeah. But
Because
I'm
if
saying
not
the
Private
private
Party,
party has been here for years
Outrunners.
now. Maybe it's their time, but I just don't see them being like crowd containing guys like the Young Bucks are.
No, but that's the
They
thing. You
won't
gotta give them a
hold it
chance.
for as long as they have, for sure. But like,
I mean, yeah,
I
they are the
will be
longest
behind
reigning
them.
tag champions.
Yeah, but I don't think the crowd will be behind them as much.
They will. They like Private Party. It's just
They like them,
they
but like
didn't
yo,
do much with them. But now that the crowd's
and
starting to
that's
see that,
AW's. That's AW's fault. You
it
gotta
is.
this match came out of nowhere for me. Like the build up wasn't really that great. It was just
You
like
call it
another
build up.
typical. Yeah, it was
Like
like
building
another
Private
typical.
Party up, you can see that. But
Yeah,
building this matchup, there was really nothing there.
exactly. So I'm
I could
like,
have been
to
outside
win the
playing
title,
with
it
some
makes no
sands,
sense.
and I would have been like, "Oh, they have a match.
Yeah,
Okay,
so I'm
we'll
like,
continue with the sand."
for them to win the titles make no sense. Now they can lose and go back to the drawing board and build up a rematch. Then they can win the titles. And I'm like, all right, that would make more sense. But this felt like a match they just thrown together out in the wind and just say, okay, we'll just expect like a classic tag team match where like, yo, we know both these guys can be explosive, can fly off the ropes and shit. But I don't know, man. The Young Bucks. This is one of the few Young Bucks matches where I have them winning, like completely, just because of like not building up anything. So, like to say, Private Party, great and all. As he said, like they've been there for years and haven't had much spotlight, so they needed this. Maybe it's like a step in the right direction for them, whatever Tony wants to do with them. So I think old buddy signed a new contract recently too, so Private Party will be there for a while. So it's iffy. It's iffy.
Yeah, it is. But hey, man,
Any I got Young Bucks winning. I'll be shocked though. I can be shocked.
hey, even though I said Private Party, I still would be shocked too. But you know, a match I won't be shocked with Jack Perry and Shibuda for the TNT Championship. Now this will be a hard hitting match. Now
Literally.
I said Jack's character, instead of being like how it is now, like this somewhat scapegoat, wannabe badass, I can take on all challenges and handle anything. I feel like he should be a little
Yeah.
bit more like Dominic. Like have that chicken shit
Dominic.
in there. Not all the way like Dominic, but just a little bit of that chicken shit. Because if you're just this
I guess.
badass scapegoat taking on all challengers,
That's kind of what the
it
fans
really
love
kind of
though.
beats the purpose a little.
That's kind of what the fans love about him, though. Like, if he was supposed to be like the heel figure that oh, like a Gunther, right? Like Gunther, he won't back down from people. But if you don't want to fight, he ain't gonna fight people. Like if somebody step up to him and Gunther's like, I'm feeling a little tired, and I'll deal with you later. And plus, I'm the world champion. I call my own shots and shit like that. That's I don't think that would fit him. So like him stepping up into everybody's face, yeah, I see that being more Shibata
But
now.
the thing is, he's not like stepping up. Like people are coming to him, and he just accepting it because he
And he
wants to
has to.
prove something. He has something to prove.
Like, well, he has to. As they say, he have to prove something. Shibata now, this is gonna be a good match
Yes, it will.
because like realistically, he could lose here. Jack
He
Perry could
could.
lose here.
This is my second match. I have taking the show away.
Mm. As a matter of fact, I'm gonna lock it in. I got Shibata winning this one, man. I just
I
have Jack
mean,
Perry. He's on a roll right now when it comes to like, well, Shibata's on a roll right now, but Jack Perry right now, I just feel like it's time. It's time for a change. Like, you want to prove yourself, you gotta go bigger.
mm-hmm.
Go for the world championship. That's how you prove yourself. Kind of like the Sammy route. Just though he can't just sit on the Intercontinental Championship for so long. You gotta go bigger and go home. So if Jack Perry wins here, I don't know what's next for him. And he's
Mm.
on a line that he wants to prove himself, right? So have have Shibata win because Shibata needs this kind of he kind of does need this, and you go to the big title picture. That's what makes more sense. And you, since you don't back down from anybody, it makes sense. So, but either way, I still have Shibata winning this. I think it'll be good for
Mm.
both their careers. And Jack Perry is a talent that can wrestle with even the best of them. So
Mm.
it will be a
I
match
honestly
to
got
watch.
Jack winning.
Mm.
My reason is you don't customize your own title just for you to lose it.
That's what Danny Bryan did when he was in WWE.
But that's different. He
That's what The
held it
Rock
for a
did
little bit
too.
longer.
He had it for like
Like
3 months till WrestleMania when they changed it back.
no, it
Remember,
was
it was a
actually
recycled. It was a
I think it was
recycled belt.
4 or 5 months because I
That
have
can't be
recently
that
watched a
long,
video
man.
on it.
But hey,
I
man,
think it was 4 or 5. But Jack losing it this early, I don't know.
nah, he could.
I mean, he could because nobody like him, but
I ain't gonna
I
say
don't know.
nobody like him, but I
Nobody
just think
likes
it's better
Jack.
for both their careers. But either
Let's
way,
be honest. Who did people love more, Jungle Boy Jack Perry or Jack Perry?
I mean, he's still the same person.
I mean, yes, it's the same person, but the Jungle Boy Jack Perry was the baby face. The Jungle Boy, the all that. Jack Perry
All right, let
was
me
the
ask you a question:
scapegoat,
who's
all
the
that.
better wrestler, Jungle Boy Jack Perry or Jack Perry?
I mean, he ain't really much changed much.
Hey! But who has the title now?
I mean, they as both characters, he's had gold.
Yeah, that goal, but like he looks better right now, man. And you say nobody likes him, but like he's doing
I'll
his
put it like
thing.
this: in ring wise,
It's like you're
Jack
saying who's
Perry.
better, the old Usos or the new Usos? Hmm,
You got me on that one.
exactly.
But
So
I'll put it like this: in ring, I give that to Jack Perry. I could give two hoots about the whole scapegoat character. Like I don't care about it. Now, Jungle
mhm,
Boy, I cared about that character, especially the work he put in with his feud, well, his rivalry with Christian Cage.
mhm.
But I just can't see Jack losing. Like Shibuda, I would love to see him with a title.
Oh, no, we all. And he needs this. Jack needs to go up the ladder. He can't just stay here. That would
And I
just
could say
be
the same
like,
thing about uh Darby and Hook. They need to be in that, that main title picture.
yeah. Well, look at this. We're gonna get to that. I have some interesting to say about the World Championship.
Hmm.
We're
But before
gonna
we go on to the women's match, let's talk about Swerve Strickland's return.
alleged
What are your
return.
thoughts on it, and what do you think is going to happen?
Well, for one, I think bro has unfinished business. I think he's gonna get back to well, when it comes to Swerve now, and like yo, that return has been teased a lot, and we don't know really, we don't know how the writing's gonna go from here. But I just feel like he has unfinished business. He's gonna go right back to the this crash out season. So maybe, just maybe, he comes back and he goes right back into the title picture. But who knows? Who knows?
Do you have him interacting with MVP and Shelton Benjamin? Because I know they're going to come out because MVP probably thinks
Mm,
Prince Nana never gave him the card, so he probably going to come out there personally and hand him a card.
mm, maybe, maybe. However, as I say, I think he has unfinished business. Not with Hangman, but with like the top of the top already. Just the way his character is. Now he won't come to be a mid carder for sure. If Shelton does confront him, I want it to be Bobby and Shelton. I want it to be like a real like I want it to be a feud that lasts for like months. So that this would be great for like all their careers, no matter who comes out on top. But also, I want to see Swerve back in like the title picture because I think that's where what he wants to go right back for. Because the Prince Nana has been going out there and giving all these hints and all this bullshit like, oh, you guys ain't gonna be ready for this. I'm like, yeah, I'm sure we will because we all know Swerve's coming back soon. But what's he gonna come back to? And what's he gonna say? Again, there's like a lot of people he could feud with, but like I think it's very obvious that it could be Shelton and Bobby, but I want it to be Bobby more. But we'll see.
I could see that. But here's the
We
thing:
will see.
will Swerve join MVP's group? It's still business,
Ah,
but we
but
don't know what it's going to
that
be.
would go against the thing though.
Hmm. I
Because
can still see it
Would
happening.
Prince Nana let him? But you're gonna have like two guys that's gonna be against each other, trying to
I put it
control
like
Swerve.
this: words wise, maybe his words would cut into Swerve and he'll understand him. Now, if we talking about
No.
fisticuffs, Prince Nana ain't encouraging nothing. He gonna get kicked right in the head and put right on the shelf. So he gonna have to say something that's gonna cut deep. Because if it leads to anything hands related, he gonna catch what I just said was gonna happen to him, and then he gonna get stomped out by MVP and everybody else.
Mm,
And then it's like after that beating, if it goes that way, will we see Prince Nana back in the ring? Because he did say he used to wrestle, and there have been pictures, floating up of him. I don't know if it was late '90s or early 2000s with him on
mhm.
the other WWE shows, like not like a Raw or
Yeah.
SmackDown, but more of like where they give the rookies. or the soon to bees, get their legs warmed up around the crowd.
It'd be funny if he actually wrestles MVP himself.
I don't see MVP wrestling. I can see Shelton
I,
doing
I
more of
don't.
the
I don't
wrestling.
either. But like, if you want to throw him into like MVP's group, right? And Swerve is still like trying to be, top of the top, and maybe MVP does. But MVP, like, he's not gonna just take a new guy and just want to put him up to the top. He's gonna want to work with the people he has right now.
Hmm.
And if he don't like what Prince Nana say, he's like, hey, we can run the hands, or you can either like, stay quiet and let me do my thing, or you can do your own thing. But Swerve knows if he wants to win, he got to be with me because you know what Hangman did to him. So yeah, not really good, gonna be good, but I just don't see them two working together. They might as well fight it out first. Winner gets all. But hey, man, on to bigger and better things. We got
All right.
On
On to
to
the
bigger and better things,
AEW Women's
man.
Title match.
Let me talk
Mariah
to you
May
real quick.
versus Willow Nightingale.
Let me talk to you real quick, man. Let me talk to y'all real quick. Get us some mic action real quick. Let me talk about my girl Mariah May real quick, man. Hey, these past 3 weeks, she been looking nothing but fine, man. Nothing but fine. I was gonna talk about her yesterday, but I didn't get the chance. But but this match is gonna be match of the night. I'm calling it. I'm calling it. Mm-hmm. It's gonna be that big because something's gonna give. And I like the Willow. Now Willow, she's pretty too, but she's no Mariah May. She's no Mariah May. And now I still have Mariah May winning the match, but I think Willow's gonna give her a run. And surprisingly, and I'm not turning my back on Mariah, but Willow could win this. The way the promo's been going, the way the match has been going, Willow could win this. Right? I hope she doesn't. But if my wrestling instincts are going off right now, I think Mariah's in trouble. But I would never turn my back on my baby Mariah, man. I'll never do it. I'll never do it, man. I can't do it. So this could be match of the night because these two women can wrestle. Now this is two women that WWE need, you know. But I guess they already got their you know, Cora Jade and the Miss Parker over there. They remind me of these two ladies, but we need women like this in WWE that can be willing to like literally throw themselves into anything, take bumps, bleed, do whatever. But Mariah, she's a queen. Like I won't say she's a Charlotte over there. She don't give that queen mentality. She's more like hmm, she's more like early Bailey. Like early Bailey, right? She gave that energy, man. She gave that energy, but she's not that, friendly, if you know what I mean. But she gives that energy. This match, however, match of the night. I'm calling it, man. It's gonna be at least an 8 out of 10 match. I love both these girls, man. Willow, great wrestler, fantastic. She will be the champion one day. Like well, right now, it's Mariah's time. Like we WWE, we say it's Tiffy time, but right now it's Mariah's time. I hope she don't lose, but Willow's on a run.
Hmm.
All right, Willow's on
Me
a run.
personally, I want them to call an audible and give the title to
Audible.
Willow Nightingale. It's been too long. She needs this. Mariah, she's good whether she retains it or loses it. Because I don't
Yeah,
see her
and
just walking
that's why
away
I said
from the Tony Storm story.
no, she doesn't. That's why I say like I can see her losing, but I don't want to. I don't want to see her losing.
Let it happen. This is your Jay Uso and Braun Breaker. Let it happen. Call an audible.
Yes,
Willow is the there's no question. She's the baby face in the women's division over there.
Well, she don't look like one. She look like what? Nah, I ain't
Stop
gonna do
it.
that to her.
Stop
Hey, a lot of men was still hit though. She a little strong, she a little busky, but hey, she got a pretty face. She got a pretty face, but
Stop it.
she's a little bit reckless, if you know what I mean. She's a little bit
Stop it. Don't be
strong.
like that. This is a very
Hey,
talented,
but hey,
gifted woman,
no,
and she
she is
deserves it.
talented. Don't get me wrong, she is talented, but like, mm, not my favorite. Not my favorite. But Mariah, you better take care of business, man. You better not lose. You better not break my heart. You better not, because it's
The
gonna be a
only
sad
way,
wrestling time next week. You're gonna see me crying on the show next week. You better not lose, Mariah.
I can see Mariah winning. I mean, I could also see her winning clean, but I can also see Mina coming out and probably, helping without trying to help.
Helping without
Like she,
trying to help.
like she just gets caught up in the crossfire. Because from Willow's point of view, it's gonna look like, oh, you helped her, when really Mina didn't. It's probably gonna be something with Mariah either grabbing a weapon or a shoe or something while the ref is down or not looking, and she gonna take it too far. And then Mina's gonna come out. Probably gonna say, this isn't you, stuff like that. That's the only way I can see her. Well, that's the other option I could see, her going to win. Because I could see her winning clean. But I still got Willow at the end of the day.
Mm. That's Mariah bleed again.
That's a possibility. But I can
Well,
also see
at this point,
Willow
she's the
also
John
bleeding.
Moxley of fucking women. Taking, he's taking hits to the head. Like, damn, lady, like you're throwing yourself in there. Like, this is what Tony Khan wants his women to be. So be it. I'm like, she's too pretty to bleed, but it is what it is.
I'm not gonna say that. I was gonna say the Rocky line, but not gonna say that.
The
But
Rocky line.
the next
Mm.
match I have is Ricochet, Will, and Chishida for the AEW International Championship. And this is match of the night for me. This was my number one.
Here's my problem now, man. Ricochet, Ricochet, Ricochet. I just don't see it, man. I don't see him winning. Like, everybody's behind him. The hype is there, but I just don't see him winning so early. Especially like you see some guys that have been here for years that haven't had this opportunity yet. But what do I know, man? See, Will Ospreay versus Ricochet last week. It was a great match. If you saw that one, even though it got interfered with, but the way Ricochet is going right now, I think he needs some time. I think he needs some time.
To answer your question about did I see that match? Yes, I loved it.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like it should have never ended the first time around as a draw. I feel like Chishida should have interrupted the match the first time, and that should have been the ending. Because the whole draw system, like it's a love hate with me. You need to know when to
Mm-hmm.
do it and where to do it. That was not the match you should have did that for. Because the crowd, they were into this match, but they
Mm-hmm.
also despised that ending. They were booing.
Yeah, because like you don't see people like Osprey and Ricochet in the ring every fucking week. So you need to finish the matches like these.
Mm-hmm.
And even though okay, he interfered at the end, but Tashida, even though he interfered at the end, I still see the rematch happening.
Mm. I can
Because every
see
time AEW crowds boo like that, Tony's like, "Yeah, we're gonna have to fix this."
Tashida winning. That's who I have. And I have him pinning Ricochet.
Oh yeah, I was going
With the
like
Don
I was
Callis
going the same
family
route.
somewhat, getting their hands in it. I don't see Kyle coming out and getting his hands in it because they're gonna build to that. But I can see
I
Don
don't know,
Callis.
man. I see a fair match with Tashida still winning.
Mm. But
Like
hey, they can go
nobody's
that route
coming
too.
out. Nobody's
Wouldn't be
coming out. It's
mad
gonna
with
be a
that.
crazy high flying match. We're gonna see people like flying off the ropes and shit, entertaining and stuff. I still see Tashida winning because he don't need help, to be honest.
Yeah,
He don't.
he don't.
So yeah, don't get me wrong. Like if Tashida loses, it's not gonna be to Ricochet. It's not gonna be.
I feel
So
like there's a time and a place for Ricochet to
I
win.
think Will. I think if Will, if Will loses the belt here, he won't get pinned by Ricochet, but it's more gonna be like
Shenanigans.
maybe because the way that the match got interrupted last week, I just don't see this
Mm-hmm.
happening. It just don't make sense. But anything can happen.
The same
I
thing I
just
said
don't
about
see.
Nightingale
Mm-hmm.
about us. It's their time and it's been too long. That's the same way I feel about Tashida.
Fair.
Way too long. But hey, man, that's gonna be a great match. Match of the
Mm-hmm.
night. But the main event, there was no
Ah,
coincidence
yes.
that I am wearing a white tee. You know, when any of these men wearing a white tee,
Did we talk about
they're gonna bleed.
the collection versus the acclaimed yet?
I'm gonna let you go for that after we get done the main event.
All right.
Hey, but Brian
Yep,
Danielson
that's
versus
the
John Moxley,
yeah.
AEW World Championship. Who's
Didn't I
gonna bleed
call
first?
this? I said Moxley would have been back in the world title picture.
You
I
did.
said it like our second session. I said, "Yep, he's gonna go right back into it." But Brian Danielson, this man, this man can't look over his shoulder and be safe at all. It's it's not like it's gonna be bad, but for Moxley, I think it's gonna be a vicious match. I think both of them are gonna bleed because when does Moxley never bleed? But Danielson, does he retain here? I don't know. I don't know if he does. But Moxley, does he need it more? That's the main question that we gotta ask ourselves. But ever since that betrayal, like a month ago, and that was kind of like the most interesting betrayal. A lot of people got caught off guard when Moxley's group attacked Danielson. But I kind of predicted it because I knew like, hey, eventually Moxley's gonna want that title back. Well, here we got two veteran guys who like they wrestle hardcore, very hardcore. So for Moxley's sake, I think he has to win here. When he got two guys with like legendary mic skills and shit. Promo was
Interesting.
great for this match. Promo was great, but I think Danielson have like more to prove here. There's more to prove.
Honestly, I can see Danielson retaining.
Yeah,
I can
he
see
can
that.
retain, but I think for Tony to put Moxley all the way back up here with all these heavy promos and shit, all this shit talking, and make him lose. What's next for Moxley though?
Hey, they'll have something in store.
He's coming from the bottom. Like, I think they should make this a rivalry.
And I quit.
Mm.
That would have been interesting. But this match right here. As a matter of fact, before I get into that, who you got bleeding first?
Is that a question?
Oh, it's a question.
All right. Trick question. I got Danielson bleeding first.
I got Moxley bleeding first.
Oh man, that's too predictable.
I know, but
it's probably bets on this. I'm price pick. Who bleeds first, Moxley or Danielson? Yeah, trick question. Danielson bleeding first.
See, with this match, I know Moxley doesn't need the BCC to interrupt the match, not interrupt the match, but involve themselves to help out. I know old girl's gonna be there.
I feel like it's gonna be a fair match.
I feel like it's gonna be a fair match.
I just don't see if it gets interrupted. I don't think being interrupted like a way that Danielson can't retain, or like, because I don't think the crowd will love that if it's not fair. But if it does get interrupted, it's gonna be like a slight distraction. Probably the ref send them back. But
yeah,
it's gonna be like it's gonna end fairly. If in the middle of the match they come on and try to save Moxley from getting pinned or something, who knows? But I feel like it'll go to the dead because they wrestled that Revolution and it was great. Remember that? AEW Revolution, yeah, it was great. And both of them are bleeding, of course, but like the way that match ended made me think that hey, Moxley could win here. Moxley could well win here. Because it's gonna be brutal. Even though the two of these guys got respect for each other and shit, and the promos were long. It was like a 6, like collectively, it was like a 6 hours worth of promos. For so fucking long. But like, it was all in, all out, Revolution, and countless other like backstage interactions, right? Up to now, it really makes more sense for Moxley to win here, but I also see Danielson retaining.
That is true.
But like, it's because this is not no pun intended, but like, it's not an easy match to predict, right? But
no, it really isn't.
Like Moxley, right? And you know what his career has been. He already proved everything he has to prove. He already like won everything he has to win, and him coming from the bottom now after like being shelled for such a period, right? And him coming back, I just don't see him as a mid card. And Tony was like, yeah, he's not. So we're gonna put him right back up there. But how do we do it? We're gonna have him feud with Bryan Danielson. All right, cool. That's gonna be interesting feud. But they made it a step above. They made it so that the groups got involved. So, and the countless matches in between those promos, all the fucking bleeding, back stabs, the sucker punches, the attacks, and they still got respect for each other, which makes this match weird. Like these two guys will shake hands before they start boxing with each other and try to kill each other. But
Hey, who knows? It is spooky season. Maybe they watched the Hellraiser movie. They got
Uh,
inspired by some Cenobites, some pain and pleasure. Maybe that's what inspired them. Hey, to each his own. It's a match that would make Pinhead happy.
oh, for sure. But as long as Danielson don't use barbed wire to try to do the yes lock again, that would be fucking crazy.
I
But
can see
we
them
all
doing
know
that
how.
bag spot again.
Yeah.
Hmm.
My question is, how long will the match be?
I would give them 35 minutes. I'll give them 35
Right?
minutes.
I was going like up to like 40, man. I think they can fit
Mm.
that in. Like make one of the mid card matches like don't make it quick, but make it like one sided that they okay, it could look like okay, we could do this and we can build it up. But they gotta like maximize like all the talent for this match and
Hmm.
let the crowd leave on like a full stomach, you know.
Well, if that's the case, which match on the card would have to be either one match or two matches would have to be that sacrifice for that match to get to the 40 minutes?
Hmm,
Because me, I would do that for
I think you're
hologram and the Deep Mortals.
well,
Because
yeah.
it's 2 out of 3 falls. And fall matches, the first two matches are quick. It's that third match is the slow but long. Who gets
I
the
was
third
gonna go
fall?
with Darby Allin and Brody King. That could be fast. Like they
That could
could
be
beat the
two.
hell out of each other in like 10 minutes, and then 2 minutes after that, well, like somebody could get like a quick finisher off and just or a roll up or get them and just get the hell out of there, and they could continue because that rivalry will not be done for now. They could just get that thing done and they maximize the time they have for the main event. Uh, I want to say Mariah May versus Willow. I don't want that to be fast. I want them to maximize that. Promo's been so long.
I want that match to actually be 27 minutes or 30.
Yeah, I
Give
give
them
it
some time.
like 10 minutes build up, like another 10 minutes.
Especially that they're the
I can,
only women's match on the card.
yeah, you have to give the women at least 30. So yeah, but either way, I think Danielson and Moxley should have a 40-minute one, man. They got to do they probably could fit it in because like not all of these matches gonna be over 30 minutes. There's gonna be
Yeah.
two of these that are quick or like unpredictable or even interferences or disqualifications, but I think when it comes to the main event, you gotta maximize it
Yep.
because you need it for this pay per view. You need it.
Mm-hmm.
So, and the ending, I feel like we're gonna have a big ending. Like somebody might come out or return or something, or like the two groups might come out and it might be like fucking pandemonium around the ring, distractions maybe. But I want it to be a fair match without distractions. So that being said, I think I have Moxley winning this, but
And I have
it'll be
Danielson
close
winning.
though. It'll be close. Whoever bleeds less.
All right. I give this time to you to talk about the 0 hour. Because personally, I don't
The
give a damn.
0 hour. Yes, a lot of people wouldn't really give a damn about this, but they can't do the acclaimed like this, man. They can't do them like this. Like this match should have been up there, right? Come on. We talk about the Eminem versus the acclaimed. I mean, I know you can't fit everything in, but like you could easily replace two matches with this. I mean, come on. All right, so promo has been great up until like the last one. I didn't really like it. It seemed like they rushed that one. But like when it comes to like the acclaimed, I see them winning this one.
Those guys have been on a roll. Like goated Mike Seals remind me of the fucking OG Hardy Boys. Yeah, I think this might be a rush match too, just because it's 0 hour, man. They might just make this match under like fucking 15 minutes. And that's what I don't like about fucking Tony, bro. I really don't like this. But the hype's been there though. The hype's literally been there. I forget like the fashion fight shit, but like you gotta have this match drag out as long as possible. Fuck you, Tony. And this is why we don't talk about AEW Collision much. But it is what it is. But yeah, I just really hope the Acclaimed win this one. I really do. And please make the match over 15 minutes. Please. I don't want to see, oh, tag, high flying tag. Oh, look at that distraction. Oh, pin. Oh, they won. We'll move on. No. Because if that's the case, just scrap the whole match so the main event can get more time. Like, don't bury both groups or don't put them under the bus. Unless you could make the Acclaim win and still somehow make Eminem look strong. But who's to say? Can't really trust Tony with the tag team division nowadays. I don't know who's riding back there, but it definitely ain't Jimmy Jacobs because he's gone. So we'll see. We'll see. But yeah, regardless of like the tag team division, at least they're making the Young Bucks still look strong. But you gotta make the Acclaimed in that picture. You gotta put them in there. But you can't put the Eminem versus the Acclaimed and expect one to win because whoever loses is gonna take a step back. Right? I just don't want that. Tony, if you see this one day, Tony, I'm talking to you. You better get on off your high horse and make these tag team divisions better. We can't just have 8 teams in here, or should I say 8 factions doing God knows what. And you're not putting them to the test against each other, but you're just making one team look strong in like a month, and then the other month they still look strong, and all the other teams are like, oh, we're just here for like promos, we're just doing backstage segments. Oh, we're just here to make either the Young Bucks look strong or the OC or like I don't know. But Tony, come on. You can't put a match like this in 0 hour. Come on. What are you doing? Shit. Anyways, I have the Acclaimed winning this one. And if this match is better than any of the main card matches, I'm a rant next week. I'm gonna go on a rant next week. This match better than if this match is somehow better than Hangman versus Jay White, I swear to God, Tony. All right. Okay. And I think
better.
that's it for Wrestling Dream. That's it for Wrestle Dream, apart from the Swerve comeback rumor. He might come back at the mid show, he might come back at the end. Who knows? But that's a lot to think. I hope we see Mercedes in the back doing her little dance, you know, doing her little thing. But it is what it is. But it's been a great show, man. We're about to hit the 1 hour mark. I haven't even known we talked about Wrestle Dream for 1 hour. That's crazy. Quick look at SmackDown. We saw Roman Reigns come out with Jimmy. Roman's back on the. I'm not gonna say he's a face. I'm still not saying he's a face. He just has more respect. All right, he just has more respect now. He's gonna go back on his like tribal chief horse, but he needs to know that he can't do it alone. He can't do it. So you got Jimmy Uso. Oh, I'm sorry. You got Big Jim Uso. That's his new name, Big Jim Uso. 'Cause he's like that. All right. He's like that in his corner. But you still have the bloodline rolling around the back. You got Tamatonga, that fucking I love you solo glazing king of the year. You gotta give him that Slammy award, Glazer of the year, and Tongaloa, fucking piece of shit. That guys are coming, man. Guys are coming. They jumped my bro Roman, man. And guess who wasn't there to save Roman? That fucking sliveling balls fake champion himself, Lodi Loads, man. Yeah, I'm going there.
I'm gonna say
Yeah,
my
I'm going.
thoughts for next recording, but that's wild.
I'll
Man
say
got problems
you
of
want
his
to be
own right
you
now.
want to be worried about Kevin Owens. I'm gonna talk about Kevin Owens a little bit, right? But you want to be worried about KO, all right? You're not done with bloodline business, man. I'm telling you that.
Oh wow.
You're not going to Kevin Owens now. With this crazy his crash out saga again. It's like his sixth crash out in like since he got in WWE. But I don't know if it's a good idea to feud with Orton right now. Because KO, you're gonna be in some deep shit. Because if Orton has to be in his good boy, if Orton's behaving himself, then you know you push yourself over the limit. But if you really want to get to Cody, right, this has to wait because Cody's not done with the bloodline. He's not gonna run away that easy. Mm-mm. So yeah, seems like we're not done with the Bailey thing because although Bailey seems like she's out of the big picture, looks like Nia is still talking about her, and they let Nia lose to Naomi. Now we got some problems right there. We got some problems right there. This is not the first time Naomi beat her too. She rolled her up like a month ago. Same fucking pin, right? Now y'all can't do this to my queen. Y'all can't do this. Like I know Jimmy's back and all, but like you can't keep giving Naomi these glazings, right? You can't keep doing this. Like I got respect for her, but like she ain't all that, right? She ain't all that, sir. Like you
That's
have Naomi
crazy.
looking better than
That's
Bailey.
crazy.
You have her looking better than Bailey for whatever reason. I mean, people gonna look at this video like, why are you hating on your fellow black sister? I'm not hating. I'm just being real. You can't have a precious, lovely queen like Nia Jax lose in this manner. If you want to have Nia lose, make it fair, but not to Naomi. This is outrageous. And they know better. They know better.
I wasn't expecting it to go an hour and 4 minutes, but that just shows the love that Section has for his, favorite women's wrestler, Nia Jax.
Oh,
But
yeah, you better not forget it.
eh, oh, I won't. For AEW, it's Mariah May. For WWE, it's Nia Jax.
Oh,
So I'm
yeah.
not gonna forget.
For NXT, it's Miss Parker. Let's just keep those three women in my top three right now. You know, Miss Parker, like Miss Parker
Supposed to
could lose it.
win WrestleDream, but
Mhm.
got a little too in the moment. He
Yeah,
showed a little too much love.
yeah. Too much love. Like I can say, I'm
But
a wrestling fan.
hey man, WrestleDream is gonna be a great show.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, my expectations for it in the middle. But hey, this was a great episode, the Wrestling Edition. The first time ever doing a part 2 to it. So,
Well, that's
hey man,
because WrestleDream was
section, take us
so
out.
anticipated. But yes, thank you everybody for coming in and watching a great and very special episode of the After Our Pod Wrestling Edition. And please let us know your thoughts. Like and subscribe. Turn on that notification bell. And I'll see you next time.
Mm-hmm. And you can follow the After Hour Pod on Instagram, X, and TikTok. You can follow me at Mr. Productions 316, Instagram, X, and TikTok. You can follow Section at,
Section JA on Instagram and Twitter.
and we'll see you guys next time.
Peace.